Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Tech Podcasts, Dev Technosys. I'm your host, Yash, and today we're diving into one of the most crucial topics for startups, tech companies, and entrepreneurs: how to hire the right developers in the UK. From local startups to global enterprises, finding skilled developers who can bring your digital ideas to life is no small feat. And as the UK's tech scene continues to grow, the demand for top talent is soaring. To help us understand the landscape better, I'm joined by Oliver Brown, Senior Hiring Consultant at Dev Technosys UK. Oliver, great to have you here. Oliver: Thanks, Yash. I'm excited to be here and to share some insights. Hiring developers in today's market is both challenging and rewarding, and I think we can help listeners navigate it better. Let's start with an overview, Oliver. How's the developer hiring landscape in the UK right now? The UK has become one of Europe's biggest tech hubs, especially cities like London, Manchester, and Edinburgh. Post-pandemic, remote and hybrid models have opened the market even more. But the challenge is competition. Every company, from startups to established players, is chasing the same pool of top developers. And then there's specialization: AI, blockchain, cybersecurity, and more. Cloud computing. Each domain needs niche talent. That's why understanding what you need and where to find it is the key. That brings up a great point. When a business wants to hire developers, what's the first step? The first step is clarity. You must know what kind of project you're building and what skill set that requires. If you're building a mobile app, you'll want iOS or Android developers skilled in Swift or Kotlin. For cross-platform apps, frameworks like Flutter or React Native come in. For web apps, it could be full-stack developers with expertise in technologies like Node.js, Angular, or Laravel. Once you define your goals, you can identify whether you need front-end, back-end, or full-stack developers, or perhaps an entire dedicated team. Yash. So once that's clear, businesses often face a tough choice: hire in-house or outsource. What's your take, Oliver? That's one of the most common questions. In-house hiring makes sense if you have long-term, product-focused goals and want full control over your team. But it's also expensive and time-consuming in the UK, given salary expectations and recruitment challenges. Outsourcing, on the other hand, gives you flexibility. You can hire dedicated developers or entire teams from companies like Dev Technosys who work exclusively on your project, but operate remotely. It saves cost, time, and lets you scale quickly. A lot of UK startups now prefer a hybrid model, keeping a core team in-house while outsourcing specialized roles to experienced development partners. Yash, let's say a company has shortlisted a few candidates or a development partner. What should they look for to make sure they're getting the right fit? Oliver: Great question. The three key areas are technical expertise, project experience, and communication. Start with a strong technical evaluation, coding tests, portfolio reviews, and practical assignments that reflect real-world challenges. Then, check project experience. Ask for case studies, past client references, and look at their industry exposure. A developer who's built a fintech app will have a different mindset from one who's worked on healthcare or logistics. Finally, communication. Even the best developer can struggle if they can't collaborate effectively. At Dev Technosys, we emphasize clear communication and agile collaboration tools, ensuring clients stay in sync with their teams at every stage. Yash, that's a great framework. I'd also imagine cultural fit plays a big role, especially when hiring offshore. Oliver: Absolutely. Cultural compatibility is often underrated but vital. Developers should align with your company's values, communication style, and work ethic. This becomes especially crucial when teams work across time zones. At Technosys, for example, we prioritize cultural onboarding. We make sure our developers not only understand the technical needs, but also how the client's business operates. That's how we maintain long-term, productive relationships with clients in the UK and worldwide. Now, let's touch on something practical: legal and contractual aspects. What should UK companies keep in mind when hiring developers? For in-house hiring, it's all about employment laws, tax compliance, and data protection under UK GDPR. For outsourced teams, businesses should focus on clear contracts covering intellectual property rights, confidentiality, project milestones, and support terms. Partnering with an established development company like Technosys simplifies this. We ensure all agreements meet international standards, giving clients complete IP ownership and data security. That peace of mind is priceless. Let's talk about cost. Many founders want to hire the best developers, but worry about budget. How should they approach this? Oliver, hiring developers in the UK can cost anywhere between £45,000 to £90,000 per year, depending on experience and role. That's why outsourcing can be a smart move. It can reduce costs by 40 to 60% without compromising quality. However, cost shouldn't be the only factor. The real question is ROI. A skilled developer who delivers high-quality code and scalable solutions saves time and money in the long run, compared to hiring someone cheaper but less experienced. Yash, you mentioned Technosys a few times. How does your team help UK businesses find and hire the right developers? Oliver, we start by understanding the client's vision, what they want to build, their goals, and their timeline. Then we match them with developers or full teams who have relevant domain expertise. Whether it's building a healthcare app, an e-commerce platform, or a SaaS product, our developers bring both technical skills and real-world experience. Plus, clients can hire developers on flexible engagement models, hourly, part-time, or full-time, depending on project needs. We've helped hundreds of UK startups and enterprises build high-performance apps, and many of those relationships continue today. Yash, Oliver, where do you see tech hiring heading in the next few years? Oliver, the future is hybrid and skill-focused. Companies will care less about degrees and more about demonstrable skills, project portfolios, and adaptability. AI tools will assist in screening, but human intuition will still be vital in final selection. Remote and flexible teams will remain the norm. And as technologies like AI, blockchain, and extended reality evolve, continuous learning will become essential for developers. Yash, before we wrap up, any advice for UK businesses or startups planning to hire developers in 2025? Oliver, plan strategically. Don't rush the hiring process. Define your goals, identify your technology stack, and find a partner who can grow with you. The right development partner doesn't just write code. They understand your business and help you innovate faster. And remember, platforms like Technosys are here to make that journey smoother, offering expert developers and tailored solutions that align with your goals and budget. Yash, beautifully said. Thank you for sharing such valuable insights today, Oliver. Oliver, pleasure's mine, Yash. Always happy to discuss building great tech teams. And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in to Tech Podcast's Technosys. If you're a startup or enterprise in the UK looking to hire skilled developers or a complete development team, head over to devtechnosys.com and explore how they can help you bring your ideas to life. Until next time, keep building, keep innovating, and stay ahead in the tech game.